Okay, Mbulabinako, welcome again to our Level Up Fiji Crypto Education 2024. My name is Jonas Arubidisai, and I'm one of the crypto educators here in Fiji. I have a private group where private students learn basics crypto. So today, we are going to learn about the RWA, which is the real world asset. So we're going to dive right into the video. So just a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This should not be your financial advice, okay? This is for your entertainment, for your educational purposes only. So do your own research when coming into crypto. So this is a more, we're gonna look at tokenizations and also what is the real world assets are in crypto as well. So this video will be for your information only, and please do always do your due diligence. Okay, so if you join our course to learn more here in Fiji, and I'm here in Lotok. So thank you. Let's sit back and watch the video, and then
Tokenized real-world assets, or RWAs, are things in the real world that have been tokenized or put on the blockchain to be traded. So if this is my Ethereum node and this is my phone and I wanted to tokenize my phone, I would put my phone on the blockchain. But really, it's when you sell and transact physical assets in the real world with your token on chain. And hypothetically, you could tokenize anything like real estate, assets, stock, dollars, etc. In fact, we already have a lot of tokenized real-world assets in the blockchain ecosystem today with stablecoins. Most stablecoins like USDC, USDT, DAI, etc. are some type of tokenized real-world asset. The real-world asset is the dollar, and its tokenization is the coin that I just listed. This would be really beneficial because then people can trade these assets like art, patents, bonds, etc. much easier on the blockchain without having to deal with a lot of the physical properties of things. For example, if I have a patent and I want to send it to you in the physical meat space, I have to literally mail it to you. Or if I want to send you gold, or if I want to send you a stock certificate, I don't even know if they do those anymore. I would have to mail you those things. But on the blockchain, I can just, in a transaction, send you it right away. Now, there are a lot of companies trying to do these tokenized real world assets, like with real estate or other things. But I'm about to shatter the illusion for you real quick. Right now, people go, oh, cool real world asset, let's tokenize it, question mark, question mark, question mark, profit. Now, there are typically two major hurdles that tokenized real world assets have to actually being tokenized real world assets. Number one is the legal hurdle. How do you actually enforce that when somebody sells a token that the physical asset actually is sold in real life as well? Let's say your name's Bob and you have a house and you say, I'm going to tokenize my house. So you turn it into an NFT and you mint it on chain. And then you sell that NFT for $10 million because you have a $10 million house to Fred. Fred then goes, hey, cool, thank you for the NFT. Now give me my house. And Bob goes, no, I'm not gonna do that. What is the mechanism that guarantees that Fred gets Bob's house? Right now, a lot of people just go, magic. It's tokenized and there's really no such connection. This legal hurdle is probably one of the biggest hurdles for doing a lot of these amazing new things like art or houses, etc. And it's why a lot of products actually forego even forcing the physical thing to move in the physical meat space. And instead, what they do is they say, hey, when you sell a tokenized real world asset on chain, you'll just sell it for its real world asset value or price or equivalent. So for example, if I sell a tokenized Domino's pizza on chain, I will just get $20 or however much a Domino's pizza is worth. And I'll get that $20 in on-chain money like USDC or ETH, etc. So this leads us to the second problem that a lot of these have. how do you actually enforce that the token will have the same value as its real world counterpart? And this is something we can actually do very well in DeFi right now. And this is the approach that a lot of projects actually take. For example, stablecoins. They forego this legal enforcement of actually moving the real world stuff and just say, hey, we're just going to give you the monetary equivalent. Now, for fungible assets, like assets with a price, like a stock, a car, a Domino's extra large pizza, it's much easier to tokenize a real world asset because instead of having to actually sell someone the pizza or the car or the stock or whatever, you can just give them the monetary equivalent of those assets. And this is much easier for us to do to get pricing information because we have Chainlink oracles. Now, there are some clever ways being worked on to get around the first part, but let's ignore that one for now, because if we ignore that one for now, we can still do some actually really incredible and insane things in DeFi today. Right now, this space is actually wide open for people to build really cool stuff, especially with Chainlink CCIP, Chainlink functions, and Chainlink price feeds. So let's talk about now how you can actually build your own tokenized real world asset, because that's why we're all really here, right, devs? How do you make the money? No, but for real, go build this shit. So now let's talk about the methodology to make tokenized real world assets and how you can actually build them. Now, to tokenize any asset is just a combination of 3 traits. The asset location, either on-chain or off-chain. We're gonna be focusing on off-chain assets because if they're on-chain, they're no longer real world, so off-chain assets. And then the collateral location of being either on-chain or off-chain. And then the backing type being directly back, AKA fully reserved, or indirectly back, AKA synthetic. Now let's focus on the 2 types of tokenized real world assets that I think are going to be the most popular and that you should go off and build and make wild, lucrative amounts of money and then come over to Siphon when you want a security review. And those 2 are going to be the indirectly backed, AKA synthetic, on-chain collateral tokens, and the directly backed with off-chain collateral tokens. USDC is a great example of a directly backed off-chain collateral token. Every USDC on-chain is backed by $1 in some bank account. And the reason the USDC token keeps its price always equivalent to $1 is that Coinbase and Circle and whoever else is managing this, they say, hey, anytime you want to cash in your USDC for dollars, we will do that. Now keep in mind here, doing so, there is a little bit of that legal risk. The system only works if you trust Coinbase or Circle to actually do this transaction. However, the tokens are directly backed, which is a nice pro. The other system is much more decentralized and you don't have to worry about somebody telling the truth or promising. If you have on-chain collateral and it's indirectly backed or synthetic, you can have this being a truly decentralized real-world asset tokenization. An example of a stablecoin with on-chain collateral and indirectly backed is going to be DAI or Liquidity. Liquidity uses Chainlink price feeds so that anytime someone deposits collateral in the Liquidity system, you can always exchange the collateral for its value in $1 at any time. If you want to learn more about what stablecoins are, how to build them, etc., there's some extra videos on my channel. Go check them out, link in the description. So these tokenized real-world assets exist today, and you can build them today, and they have some challenges today. For those of you who want to build some of these, I've created a repo called RWA Creator, where you can fork the repo and use it as a template to build your own tokenized real-world assets. And in another video, link in the description as well, we'll actually go through the process of building 2 of these tokens, a literal fully backed off-chain collateral tokenized Tesla token, and a synthetic on-chain collateral tokenized Tesla token, both using these exact methodologies that we just explained to you. And this is something that you could literally do in launch today if you wanted to. The key to all this is going to be Chainlink functions. One of the hardest things about working with real-world assets is how do you actually make API calls to the real world to actually get the price of the real world assets or move them from a bank account or move them from a custodian, etc. And this is where Chainlink functions come into play. Chainlink functions allow you to make API calls to the real world through a decentralized Oracle network. This way, you're never relying on a single system or server to make your API calls for you. And then if you just add enough API calls in there and boom, you're decentralized. Now, there are several projects actually working on tokenized real-world assets today outside of just these stablecoins. One of them is going to be Ondo Finance, which works on tokenizing US Treasury bonds, or Mabel Finance, which helps tokenize real-world borrowing and lending. So let's do a recap of what we learned here today. Number 1, tokenized real-world assets are when you take some physical asset in the real meat space world and you turn it into a token that can be very easily traded and sent and exchanged with. Number 2, these assets exist today. Some of the most popular ones being stablecoins, but there are also more novel creations being made right now. Number 3, you can make these today. And there are very few of these out there right now, but they are literally here right now and you can build them super easy and like They're yours for the taking. Link in the description for how to actually build these. And we're gonna be going through a video on actually building one of these live for you. And number 4, tokenizing any type of asset in the real world requires some type of connection to the real world. And this is where Chainlink is gonna come into play. Chainlink functions, CCIP, and Chainlink price feeds are the key to literally making any of these work and any of these possible. And it's yours for the taking. So that's it. Thanks for getting froggy. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Amazing video. That was an amazing video on the real world assets. So today we're going to look at where you can find real world assets. Okay. So we're going to go to our CoinMarketCap. Okay. This is a good website for you to bookmark. Okay, coinmarketcap.com. This is where you will find all cryptocurrency prices and everything, especially for the real world assets. We're going to go right there. As you can see, the crypto today is at $2.45 trillion market cap. Amazing. Okay, so we'll go to categories. We'll go to categories. And then we're gonna look for RWA, or real world assets, crypto, RWA. So we have in CoinMarketCap, it has everything here, especially some of your meme coins. Okay. We're gonna look at, you have some stable coins here. Okay, Solana, staking. We are looking for real world assets. Okay, we have some DeFi here. One good thing about CoinMarketCap, the categories, they are very good. They are all grouped up. Okay. So here we go. A real world asset, which is RWA. So we're gonna click here. There we go, top real world asset token by market cap. So this is the top by market cap. As you can see here, listed below are the top crypto coins and token used for real world assets. They listed by size, capitalization, so market cap. Okay, and the list. So the total market cap for real world assets is over. So we have here is hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions, so $38 billion is in real world assets. A trading volume of $902 million for today. Okay, that's amazing. As you can see, number 1 is Avalanche here. Okay, Avalanche price is at $30. So we're gonna, in the next few days, we're gonna look at the top 5 crypto for real world assets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have Chainlink, okay, Avalanche, Chainlink, Internet Computer Maker, and VChain. So and Ondo. So we'll be looking at this coin in the next few days. So that's for us for today. This is where you can you can look at the top real world assets token. Okay. Join our private group, our course, so that you can ask your question, and I can even answer you, especially for Fijian people or anyone in the Pacific. It would be good for you, so to be able to talk to you in a way that we can together learn and understand them. So that's it for today. Just an introduction of what the RWA is. So from tomorrow, so 5 days. So this week we'll be looking at 5 top crypto for real assets, okay? Real world assets crypto. So thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you tomorrow. Maka.